Nafis was walking down the sidewalk when the car rolled up, and both suspects allegedly jumped out, opening fire and chasing him down on foot. More than 30 shots were fired. As the police arrived, Lil Bape pleaded not guilty to his charges, was ultimately found not guilty of all charges. While his name had already been tied to the streets and his reputation dragged into the spotlight, the legal system didn't deliver a conviction. There are several possible reasons why. For one,
alright, man, we got cuz from Philly that beat a murder charge. We're gonna see how he did it so y'all can do the same. It's like, nah, I'm just playing. Don't go out there doing that. I'm just playing, bro. Don't take me serious.
Philadelphia shooting. A 16-year-old was shot and killed near 23rd and Montgomery Avenue just before 9 o'clock last night. And
I know some of y'all got the wrong idea.
SUV speeding away from that.
You said, oh, I can get away with this?
SUV was later found nearby, but police have not been able to track down any suspects just yet.
Yeah. Oh, you think you bulletproof? Boss up through his crib and he took off his roof. Pulled out both insurance, he gon' come home cause they don't got no proof. That like shit out in my crib, I would've made him choose. Like slump, they tucked him in that sheet, we like to see him snooze. He was with his folks when we walked out, we don't play.
I ain't gonna lie to shit ass, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a bean, bro. You know I be honest on these reactions, but I never tell the lie, bro. That shit ass.
In the heart of North Philadelphia, one of the most talked about names coming out the trenches in 2023 wasn't just a rapper. According to the police, he was allegedly a suspect in one of the city's most tragic homicides in 2023. His name, Lil Bape, known off the mic as Icer Clark. With over 30,000 followers and ties to a growing local movement, Solid Unity Records, Bape was pushing his way into the rap game alongside his close friend and fellow rapper, HBN2418, also known as HBN Baby. Both came up in a neighborhood where the streets of 24th and Berks, often referred to as 2418, were more than just blocks. They were a piece of a larger collective known as Zoo Gang, or the Droppers. This crew stretches across multiple corners of North Philly, including well-known areas like Pentown, popularized by OT7 Quani, as well as 23rd and Diamond, 20th and Montgomery, and 25th Street. Zoo Gang's presence is heavy, and their rivalry with a group known as the Black Flags runs deep. That opposing side mainly comes out of the Blumberg Apartments, Richard Allen Projects, and 18th and Oxford. The tension between these two groups has led to an ongoing war that's been felt across the city. The two groups had been locked in a bitter feud for years. By 2022, the war between Zoo Gang and the Black Flags had reached a boiling point. Then, on May 26, 2022, the violence exploded once again when one of Zoo Gang's top shooters was gunned down, this time in broad daylight, sending shockwaves through the streets.
Hey man, if y'all know about that Philly drill scene, bro, y'all know about 2020, 2021, and even 2022, bro. Man, shit was so crazy, bro. Niggas, bro. You trust me. You didn't want to live in Philly them years, bro. You could be an innocent, not be in the streets. Your ass was getting smoked, bro. If you even look a certain way, just like cuz that's in the gang, bro, you getting smoked. And niggas was just smoking niggas for fun. They just going outside, running around, doing drills for fun, just smoking innocents, bro. Like, it was crazy.
And reigniting tensions that had already been boiling for years. Around 2:01 p.m.,
officers
it's
still
responded
crazy,
to the
but it ain't nothing like that.
block of West Erie Avenue in Philadelphia.
You gotta think, that shit was COVID. Niggas got nothing to do. They're bored. Niggas on quarantine, bro. They just going outside doing anything. You feel me?
Nicetown Tioga section for reports of gunfire. When they arrived, they found a 20-year-old Wesley Rodwell suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Medics pronounced him dead at the scene just minutes later at 2:08 p.m. The victim was known on the streets as Burke Street Man, and his murder sent shockwaves through the city. Just 4 days earlier, Man had released a diss track aimed directly at the Black Flags.
I made a video on that.
Many on the street would go on to call one of the most disrespectful diss tracks in Philadelphia history.
Oh, watch that.
Within hours of the shooting,
it's called Philly Rapper Died 24 Hours After This Song. It's called something like that. I made a video about it.
Rumors began to swirl. The Black Flag claimed responsibility almost immediately, bragging online that they took his head off his body. Man and Lil Bape were close friends, and his death hit Bape hard. Police scrambled to identify a suspect, but the case quickly went cold. It stayed that way until April 2024, when a known Black Flag affiliate named Blumberg Erd was officially named as the suspected shooter. He was placed on Philadelphia's most wanted list in connection with the homicide. As of today, Erd remains a fugitive. But the Opps weren't the only ones doing the killing, because according to police, Lil Bape and other Zoo Gang members were also getting busy, striking back and making their presence felt in the same streets where their rivals once held the upper hand. On April 13th, 2023, just before 9 p.m., Philadelphia police were called to the 2300 block of West Montgomery Avenue after multiple 911 calls reported gunfire in the area. When officers arrived, they found 16-year-old Nafis Bertrand Hill lying on the sidewalk with multiple gunshot wounds to his upper body.
You think, come on. I just told y'all could be anybody and get smoked. Come on, look at cuz. Now, I'm not saying he was in the streets or not. I don't know. But I'm just saying, look at cuz, bro. You could look like this nigga and still get smoked.
He was just half a block away from his home. Police rushed him to Temple University Hospital, but it was too late. At exactly 9:13 p.m., Nafis was pronounced dead. Investigators say a gray Nissan pulled up to the block. Two suspects jumped out and opened fire on a small group of people standing outside. The shooters then fled the scene in the same vehicle. The location of the murder was right outside Acelero Learning St. Elizabeth's School, adding another layer of tragedy. The next morning, the scene was cleared except for torn yellow tape still clinging to the fences. Behind that tape was the ghost of yet another young life taken by Philly's gun violence crisis. At the time of his death, Nafis was one of 7 children under 18 killed by gunfire in Philadelphia that year. Within just a few blocks of where he was gunned down, 3 other juveniles had already been shot earlier in 2023. The community was shaken, but it would.
And the bad thing about Philly, bro, is that when you in Philly, bro, like everybody, not everybody, but like a lot of niggas look the same. It's not with one of them states where the culture is very different. People look different. They rock different hairstyles, different clothes. Bro, no. Philly niggas are clones. They're like, they got the shadow clone jutsu or something, bro. They all look the same. They all wear white polo. They all wear this. They all wear white polo tees, bro. They all wear these right here, bro. They all wear that. They all wear, they all got dreads. Now, they all got dreads. Some of them wear ski masks. And they either wearing New Balance or Asics, bro. I'm telling you, they all look the same.
It wouldn't be long before the case took a sharp turn, and 2 familiar names were thrown into the spotlight. Surveillance video, court documents, and witness statements would later paint a chaotic and disturbing picture. Just one day before the murder, on April 12th, Iser Clark or Lil Bape and Ranif Allen HBN were allegedly seen in a stolen KIA, taken from Drexel Hill. On the night of the shooting, they allegedly returned to the 2300 block of West Montgomery in that same vehicle. According to court records, Nafis was walking down the sidewalk when the car rolled up, and both suspects allegedly jumped out, opening fire and chasing him down on foot. More than 30 shots were fired. As the police arrived, a KIA with no headlights was reportedly spotted speeding away from the scene, heading the wrong way down Norris Street. Officers pursued it briefly, but the chase was lost. The car was later found abandoned near the 2300 block of Glenwood.
That's where y'all mess up at.
Just steps from the Raymond Rosen apartment projects. The police.
If you're gonna do a drill, you can't be speeding off with no headlights going the wrong damn direction. You making yourself look suspicious. You gotta act like you a regular driver. You gotta blend in. Like this shit, GTA. You feel me? You gotta just blend in with the other drivers, bro. Cops ride right past you.
Searched the vehicle and found a Glock 27 handgun. And not long after, clothing matching the shooters was recovered in a courtyard. Police say the suspects had taken off their sweatshirts and left them behind. Fingerprints lifted from the car matched Lil Bape and HBN, and cell phone records aligned with the route taken during the escape.
Why didn't you have gloves?
Clark turned himself in on May 9th, 2023, at a location on North Broad Street.
No gloves?
He was immediately charged with murder, criminal conspiracy, carrying a firearm without a license, carrying a firearm in public in Philadelphia, possession of an instrument of crime with intent, and recklessly endangering another person. His co-defendant, Ranif Allen, who's also believed to be a member of Zoo Gang and affiliated with HBN, remained on the run for a period, but was also wanted on an arrest warrant tied to the same shooting. Despite all of this, the courtroom outcome would take a surprising turn. After almost 2 years behind bars, on April 2nd, Lil Bape pleaded not guilty to his charges, was ultimately found not guilty of all charges. While his name had already been tied to the streets and his reputation dragged into the spotlight, the legal system didn't deliver a conviction. There are several possible reasons why. For one, although police had fingerprint evidence and surveillance footage of individuals wearing similar clothing, no murder weapon was tied directly to Bape through ballistic testing. The Glock recovered in the stolen vehicle wasn't conclusively proven to be the weapon used in the shooting. Also, while the suspects were seen fleeing and stripping clothes, prosecutors may have struggled to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Bape himself pulled the trigger, or even that he had direct intent to commit murder. In addition, the heavy use of circumstantial evidence, like cell phone pings, clothing descriptions, and group affiliation, may not have been enough to convince a jury without clear forensic proof tying him to the trigger. His defense attorney argued that he maintained his innocence from the beginning, and in the eyes of the law, that was enough. As for HBN 2418, He was also later arrested and charged in connection to the murder. But unlike Lil Bape, the outcome for him was very different. While Bape walked away from the courtroom legally cleared of all charges, HBN 2418 was found guilty of third-degree murder, conspiracy of third-degree murder, and firearm charges. The two had entered the case as co-defendants, but they left it on opposite ends of the justice system, one acquitted, the other convicted of murder. Regardless of the verdicts, both names remain permanently tied to that deadly night. While Zoo Gang's larger conflict with the Black Flags continues to unfold in the background, this particular case serves as a reminder that not every shooting is a direct product of that war, and not every arrest leads to a conviction.
So he got away strictly because the gun that was in there wasn't connected to him. So even after all the dumb shit they did, all the mistakes they was doing, driving the wrong way, these niggas still, I mean, not these. Hey, other cuz, co-defendant, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry for you, bro. I hope you get out soon, my nigga. But him, he still got out. Hey, that's tough.
For the family of Nafis Bertrand Hill, the conviction brought a cold sense of justice. A 16-year-old boy was gunned down, while one of the accused walked free. The other was found guilty and taken off the streets for good. What started as two young rappers chasing a dream ended in blood, prison bars, and a family left to bury their child. In North Philly, where rap and real life mix too often, this wasn't just another case. It was another reminder of how fast the streets can eat their own. And in the end, Philly was left with another chapter closed, but the city still scarred. A teenager's life was taken, one man was held accountable, and the streets moved on. But the pain, the memories, and the cycle all stayed right where they've always been.
All I'm gonna say is, Lil Bape, you got away with it. Hey, shout out to you, cuz. Shout out whoever your lawyer was and more shit. But don't get greedy, because that's what niggas do. They get greedy. They get away with one. I ain't saying you did it, but they get away with one body. They might even get away with two. Maybe if they lucky, they might even get away with three. But then they just keep doing it. They're like, hey, I done got away with this shit 3 times. I could keep doing this forever. You know what I'm saying? I could get 20, 30 bodies, and ain't nobody gonna catch me. All right, now 4th one, they get booked, and now they doing life in jail, bro. Don't get greedy, bro. You know, you God gave you a chance to reevaluate yourself. You feel me? Don't do no more dumb shit, bro.
If you thought this video was good, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're...
Don't do no more dumb shit, bro. Just focus on rapping, bro. God gave you another chance in life. And he don't give everybody another chances. You see, he ain't give your homie another chance. That nigga booked. You know what I mean? He done. He wish he was in your position, bro. So don't get... Y'all hear that? Y'all heard that siren? Hey, Lil Bape. I hear sirens, my nigga. I don't know if they coming after you. I don't know if you... I just said don't do nothing else, and now I'm hearing police sirens and shit. Hey, what did you do that fast, cuz? I don't know, bro. Regardless, bro, don't do nothing else, bro. Please, I hope them police is not coming for you. I hope they not coming for me. They coming for me? Hold on.